Good morning. I would like to welcome each and every one of you to the 2016 Pocahontas County High School graduation ceremony. Today is an important day in our lives. As we gather here to celebrate over a decade of long, hard learning, we're surrounded by all of the people who taught and inspired us and made us better and brighter throughout our lives. Friends and family, board members and staff members, and not to forget our underclassmen. Here with a few inspiring words of his own, it is my pleasure to introduce Superintendent Dr. Bechtel.
Thank you, Kayla. As I watched our 71 seniors walk in, excuse my backside, all I can say is wow. What a strong class. I'd like to introduce our Board of Education members, our President, Mr. Emery Grimes, and members Steve Tritipo and Jennifer Hefner, Mrs. Beveridge, and Mr. Walker send their regrets. We'd like to recognize our delegate, Mrs. Denise Campbell. Ms. Campbell, thanks for coming. As I begin, I'd like to thank Mr. Miller and Mr. Atkins. As we were outside, I said, thank you for giving it your all. So gentlemen, I am so appreciative of your leadership this past year. If I may share a vignette that I feel like is applicable to today. And the story goes something like this. A young 20-something traveler is sitting at an airport in Europe. Her backpack is behind her on a shelf. She's waiting to go home. On her backpack are patches that just convey the message that, boy, she had quite a summer. And all of these patches all over her backpack. Well, as you got closer to the 20-something traveler, she was sobbing quite profusely. And so a husband and wife said, we need to go over there and console her. And so they went over and said, honey, what's wrong? She said, well, I've been traveling all summer, and I lost my purse. I lost all my money. I lost all my credit cards. And to make matters worse, I've lost my plane ticket home. And so the husband and wife thought pretty quickly, and they said, let's do this. Let's go over and have some lunch, and we can talk about kind of our plan. And so she wiped her eyes, and she stood. And she reached over to get that backpack with all those patches. And she looked down, and there was her plane ticket home. She had been sitting on her plane ticket. In many ways today, you're earning your ticket. We congratulate you. As we talk about PCHS in closing, we take P and we say, Pocahontas students have a lot of pride. The other day I was with several superintendents and they talked about their high school prom. And one superintendent said, we really didn't have decorations. And I just thought about what I heard about the collaboration that took place for our prom that I heard was superior. That everybody pitched in, juniors and seniors, and you made it special. Remember that Pocahontas pride as you go forward today. You know, you think about the sea. I watched all of you in action over the past 2 years, and I find you as very caring individuals. Keep doing that. H. Be quite honest as a group, as I've talked to your teachers and administrators. And the last, special. As I look at all these people that are here to support you in your graduation, they think you're pretty special. I'd agree with them. Love yourself, graduates, and love the journey. Congratulations.
If you would, please bow your heads with me as we say the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. I would like to tell you all a small story. I won't keep it too long. When I was about 7 years old, it was in the summer, a weekend come up such that a relative would be staying the night. I was excited. I loved my family. I loved to spend time with them. I just couldn't wait for it. But I didn't get to experience it that night. I didn't get to spend time with them like I hoped to. I found myself ill, such that I woke the next morning in the emergency room. I couldn't quite remember what had happened so much. The doctor said I had food allergies. And when most people think of it, they figure, avoid the food and all be well. And I thought that too. But in my case, it wasn't so simple. I had grown allergies to a majority of the foods that any one of us would see on a daily basis. Anything that had wheat or flour, I couldn't have any kind of dairy, among other things. They'd grown so bad that the doctor himself questioned how I was breathing that morning. And 3 years passed with those. And on a nightly basis, I prayed. I said, Lord, this hurts bad, Lord. I fought with it night after night, and I couldn't change it. All I could hope for was that one day they would just disappear. And in February, when I was about 10 years old, they'd gotten the worst. I had such a long night, and it had been so hard. I woke the next morning, and it was a Sunday morning. And my mom and dad had asked me, they said, do you want to go to church this morning? And I thought, why would I go? I've done a lot, it's hurt. I was weak enough hardly to walk. But I went anyway. Why not? I went up and I got prayed for. And as I was praying, a voice spoke up and said, as of this day, I've seen your faith. And when you walk out of these church doors, you will be healed of these allergies and you won't have to deal with them anymore. I didn't know what to believe. All I could do was hope that it was honest. But I walked out. And I believed with all I had in me, because that's all I had. And I'm here today. I haven't had to deal with them since. I haven't had to fight with them. I haven't had no pain about them. Haven't had to worry a single thing towards them. Now, why would I tell you all this story today? Why would I bring this up? It's such a good day. It was nice outside, and we're all finally getting out of here. Well, let me read a verse from Jeremiah. It's been with me for a little bit now, and I just got to let y'all hear it. It says, for I know the thoughts I think toward you, says the Lord. Thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you a future and a hope. God set in place for us a future. He had everything figured out for us before we was even thought of. Before we was even considered to be, He done figured out how we'd be right now. See that we had a way about us. We had a way to walk. In fact, He loved us that much. He let a man die for us. I've never seen his face. I only know his name. I've only read about him. But there are also men who give their lives protecting us every day. Overseas, we may not see their faces, we may not even know them at all. But just as I thank them, and I honestly do, I thank my God also. For He gave His Son for us. He loved us that much, even though some of us haven't even seen His face. He gave us that future, that hope. He raised that man up after 3 days so that He could lead us in that future and that hope. And if we follow in His will for us, He'll allow us to follow in that future that He had for us years ago. He'll allow us that future and that hope.
In the fall of 2011, we, the class of 2015, entered the doors of Pocahontas County High School. This was the beginning of a new chapter in our young lives. Our freshman year was the year that shaped our young minds and opened us up to new adventures. It was the beginning of a journey that lasted 4 years. Graduation seemed so far away 4 years ago, yet we're here today. To quote Dr. Seuss, you have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes, you can steer yourself in which direction you choose. Sophomore year was our weird in-between phase. We weren't as obnoxious as the freshmen, as relaxed as the juniors, or as ready to leave as the seniors. By this time, we'd all gotten over the Marlington versus Green Bay feud. We might not have all liked each other, but at least now we had a reason besides location. We had gotten our class ring, and the marching band had a zombie-themed show. We got a new student, foreign exchange student, and we played Power Puff and got to dress up like different genders during Spirit Week. Man, was that confusing. We watched friends grow up and graduate. Now here we are, it's our turn. I may only speak for myself when I say this, but I think of my studious friends, people I shared a big part of my life with. So thank you for all the good times and memories. May life treat you well, and may the odds be ever in your favor.
We were no longer underclassmen. We were considered the top dogs known as the upperclassmen. We kicked everything off with the new principal, Francis LeBounty. We were only standing behind all of the class acts of the class of 2014. We knew it was only a matter of time before our class would have its time to shine, so we got our act together and buckled up for a fun, exciting year ahead. Beginning the year with homecoming is always a sight to see. We had set our minds that we would take down the seniors, but of course, we fell short because somehow the seniors always win. After a long week of nothing but fun, the Almighty Warriors took down the Richwood Lumberjacks 36-6 with no problem. The Warriors wiped on their war paint several more times that year to finish the fall season of football, soccer, cheerleading, volleyball, and I have to include golf, or Stephen Mick will never forgive me. It was incredible how much talent was revealed in our band in just 1 year as Mr. Mann took over. The musicians had no problem adjusting to things he liked. Because of that, they were very successful. They competed in many different band competitions and finished very high in all of them in their class division. Shortly after that, basketball was underway, and we knew that both men and women Warrior basketball programs had a great path ahead of them. The Lady Warriors had an impressive season of 15-7, and the last loss of the year was battled in Charleston Estates against Tucker County. There was no way anyone could forget that game because Judge Walther was rewarded with a double extra large shirt from the Tucker Mountain Lions. He wore that shirt with pride. The men's Warrior program was very young and inexperienced, but never let a game slip away without a hard-fought war. We ended up going 6-12, but there was nothing to hang our heads about. All of our players were coming back the following year, and there's only one thing left to say. #ball is really life. National Honor Society selection was coming up, and juniors and seniors started filling out applications. We juniors were just excited that the National Honor Society application was all that we had to fill out. If I recall correctly, there were quite a few seniors complaining about all of the other things they had to do. The new members were inducted on a Sunday evening and were then able to call themselves a part of the National Honor Society. With only 3 months left of school, the year became very busy. Prom committee was in a hurry about getting everything organized in order so that prom for our senior class would never be forgotten. The theme was a fairy tale. Let's just say, once upon a prom, everyone got jiggy with it. As the night flew by, we received the results that our prince was Stephen Mick and our princess was Olivia Knoxley. Skills USA was more than successful as individuals and teams. The carpentry team consisted of Travis Taylor, Dustin Dilly, Chris Varner, Chad Burns, and Patrick Collins, placed third as a team at the state level. Travis Taylor placed second as an individual. The welding duet, Frederica Gardner and Brennan Hamilton, who both did great as well. The spring sports were very successful in many different ways. The baseball and softball teams performed better than the previous year. Track, on the other hand, ran fast as usual and had several athletes qualified to make it to the state track meet and compete with the best. A strong forestry program consisting of Stephen Simmons, Adam Irvin, Matthew Rayo, and Lindsey Gay, coached by Mr. Garber, put in endless effort to compete in the state competition. The countless hours paid off after the forestry team returned with the state championship. They then began to prepare for the national competition, which also was pretty successful. The class of 2014 left, and after so much fun throughout the year, this is where it all seemed to fade away, and nothing but work piled up. Scheduling our class for our senior year and taking final exams were right around the corner. We knew that our junior year was coming to an end and the summer was here. After much effort during our junior year, we all knew we only had one more year with each other, and we set great goals for our senior year. Junior year was just the start of our class's bright shine.
After 3 years full of laughter and tears, it was time to kick off senior year. Homecoming 2015 was a blast. Although it was close, once again, the seniors brought in the spirit stick. As the months drug on, we finally made it to second semester, which turned out to not be so bad considering we missed the whole month of February due to snow. Some of us decided that the no school thing was pretty great and decided not to show up much afterwards. Thanks to Mrs. Rayo and Mrs. Cindy, we almost always made it to and stayed at school for at least half a day. Oh, and we can't forget to thank them for the phone calls to our parents when we failed to attend. Prom turned out great, even though we were all skeptical on how it would turn out. Thank you to all the juniors that spent their time making our senior prom a success. Through everything, we made it. The day we've all been waiting for. We did it, and we did it together. We've had lots of ups and downs, but at the end of the day, I know we'll leave with memories that we'll never forget. We're more than just another graduating class. We're a family.
Good morning, students of the class of 2015. We have come a long way together through thick and thin. 12 years of schooling under our belts, and now it's time to move on. To jobs or college, wherever life's road may take us, we will always remember this day, the short morning of triumph, after which we will never again walk down these halls as students of Pocahontas County High School. You may not realize it now, but friendships generated from these years will echo in eternity and create a bond like none other. No matter where you go or what you do, you can always count on your classmates to lend a helping hand in times of need. But we also must look forward, on to new opportunities, new experiences, and new challenges. Through hardship and triumph, you must always persevere and look ahead and keep your eyes on the prize. You are capable of more than you know. Choose a goal that seems right for you and strive to be the best, however hard it may be. Aim high, be honorable, pray to be alone, and endure failure. Persist. The world needs all you can give. Do not fear ignorance.
As a great man once said, if we knew the meaning to everything that is happening to us, then there would be no meaning. Above all, you must never stop believing in yourself. Any man who truly believes in his heart and soul that he can be successful will be successful. Any man who quits believing that he can will fall into doubt and ultimate failure. Nothing can stop the man with the right mental attitude from achieving his goals. Nothing can help the man with the wrong mental attitude from failing his. Life isn't fair. You will be stepped on, put down, and passed over. Opportunities will come your way, just to be snatched right out of your grasp. Be strong and believe, and the impossible will become possible. I'd like to thank all of you for 4 wonderful years together. 4 years of memories.
"4 years and several months ago, we brought forth to this school a new class, conceived in awesomeness and dedicated to the proposition that all students are created equal. Now we're here, just a few steps, handshakes, and pictures away from whatever awaits us in the future. There's no doubt that we couldn't have done it without help. To the parents and family who have seen us through the best of times and the worst of times, thank you for attending sporting events hours away, long banquets for our achievements, and supporting us all along the way. Special thanks for driving us around until we were old enough to take the wheel, and thanks for letting us borrow the car. I'll bring it back in one piece, don't worry, Mom. We appreciate your support since day one. To the staff of Pocahontas County High School, thank you for literally everything. Thanks to the cooks and janitors for feeding us every day and then cleaning up our messes. To the bus drivers who brought us here rain, shine, sleet, snow, earthquake, whatever. To coaches who pushed us to the end of our ropes and helped us climb them again. To Cindy for being a mother to all of us. And finally to the teachers who have encouraged us to learn and experience new things. From helping us with homework to cleaning up hundreds of zip ties, we appreciate all of your hard work, dedication, and truly caring about us. To the class of 2015, you guys are the best. Don't ever forget that. Thank you for hilarious, amazing memories that will last a lifetime. Thanks for being there when things didn't go so smoothly and for making these 4 years easier to bear. It's been a wild ride. Again, thanks to everyone for being part of our journey from start to finish.